Alright, so let's start with g of x equaling 3x squared plus 30x plus 73. Alright, so we want to know if this is a max or a min. Okay, so the first question, so step one, is you are going to answer the question, does the function have a max or a min? Question mark. Okay, so that's the first question you're going to answer. And remember, this has to deal with the leading coefficient. The leading coefficient I will underline in yellow. Leading coefficient, that's your leading coefficient. If your leading coefficient is positive, you have a min. If the leading coefficient is negative, you have a max. Okay? So just remember that. So in this particular case, because my leading coefficient is positive, I have a minimum. Let's move on to step two. And let me just rewrite the equation. 3x squared plus 30x plus 73. Okay, step two. Doesn't matter what order this goes in, you're always going to answer this question next. This is the next question you're going to answer. Where does the min or max value occur? Question mark. Okay, and again, you're looking for an x value here, which simply means you're using the first part of the quadratic formula to figure out where your vertex is. So x equals negative b plus 2a. Well, a is the leading coefficient, and b is the middle term. So all I have to do is go negative 30 over 2 times a, which is going to be negative 30 over 6, which is going to be negative 5. So x equals negative 5. Step 3 is the easiest step of all. What you're going to do, okay, well actually let me write the question that will be asked. It says, what is the function's min or max value? Okay. All you have to do here is take this negative 5 and plug it into each of the x's there. And that's pretty much it. So if we do this, it would be, let's see, let me just rewrite this, 3x squared plus 30x plus 73. So I'm going to rewrite this as 3 parentheses with a square plus 30 times with plus 73. Basically, negative 5 goes into each of those. The nice thing about this now is we just have to plug and chug. So negative 5 times negative 5 is 25. And this is going to be 30 times negative 5 plus 73. 25 times 3 is 75. 5 times 30 is 150, but it's negative 150 because it's a negative 5 plus 73. Now I add all this up and I go 75 minus 150 plus 73 is going to equal negative 2. And that is your answer for the third part. So to recap, I'm just going to minimize this out. First off, you're going to answer, does the function have a max or min? You're going to look at the leading coefficient. Positive means min. If it's negative, it would have a max. Then you're going to identify a term and b term, and you're going to use this formula, x equals negative b over 2a. That is going to give you, and quite frankly, this is actually your axis of symmetry. Okay? Spelled symmetry wrong. Okay, but it's your axis of symmetry. And then finally, you're going to take that x value and just plug it into the original equation, and you're done with this problem.